2 more days left. Can you believe it? It's almost time. All right, get ready, get ready, get ready. The seats are limited. You want to get your face in the place. April 27th, 2024, at the Position Your Brand for Success live event. This is our very first live event, in person and live, where you can ask questions. It's open dialogue, perfect for authors, if um, experts, or if you provide services, or just an expert in your field. You would like to figure out how to get your digital brand off the ground. You don't want to miss this event. Again, we only have this many days left. Oh my gosh. You definitely want to get your face in the place. Stay tuned for more information on how you can reserve your spot. Of course, it's going to be in the link below. But I also want you to stay tuned and listen to one of my clients who actually went through the process, and this is what they had to say. Another special panelist, and her name is Lady Joyce Edwards. Greeting, Lady Joyce Edwards. I would love
Hi.
hello. I would love the opportunity for you to, I always say, care, share, and help. Introduce yourself to the audience and let them know who you are, your business, and your journey of launching your own brand and positioning your brand for success.
All right. My name is Joyce Edwards, and I want to first of all thank Jennifer Carrington for this opportunity. And I am the designer, developer, and author of the Spiritual Self Care Plan website and interactive journals. The Spiritual Self Care Plan is so important because we take care of so many things. We take care of our hair, our nails, our house, our car, but we don't take care of our spirit. And that is the most important thing because life throws us so many blows and so many challenges that we don't even see coming. And if we did see them coming, we wouldn't know what to do anyway. But life gives us so many challenges and so many disappointments and so many stressors that we must take care of our spirit. And that's one thing that we don't do. We don't really see that it's important. We don't see the value in taking care of our spirit. But if our spirit is healthy, then we will know how to handle situations when they come up because we know that we need to get to God first and He is going to direct our path. And so the Spiritual Self Care Plan website and interactive journal, they are such important tools to use and such valuable tools to use when life throws you blows. You can get a hold of a spiritual self care plan and read it, study it. And the spiritual self care plan contains several life topics. I think it's about 13 or 14 life topics that are in there. A few are God provides, grief and loss, direction, salvation, peace, fear, anger, and many more, many more. Do not give up. And so when you go to the website, which is www.spiritualself-care.com, you will see a list of all of the life topics. And in the life topics, you will see 7 scriptures along with worksheets for you to actually work through the scripture. And I actually, I was in a spot where I was like, God, I don't know what to do. God, what am I supposed to do in this particular situation? And I was like, oh, God said, you have a spiritual self-care plan for direction. Why don't you go get that? And I actually did, and it actually helped me. So I thank God for that. And I've gotten different testimonials from other people who actually have used the spiritual self-care plan interactive journal, which I have one right here, which is God provides. And if you look at it, it's very small. It's a thin little book. You can slide it in your handbag. You can put it in your little tote or your purse, and take it to work with you and work in it. It's got worksheets, little worksheets inside of it. Well, there we go. And you can sit on your lunch break and get refreshed and renewed through the spiritual self-care plan interactive journal. And you can use the spiritual self-care plan interactive journal and website. The website has ebooks on it for each life topic. You can use that for so many things. It's an excellent tool for your personal Bible study, for group Bible study, groups such as youth groups, women's groups, men's groups, support groups, retreats. There are so many uses for this spiritual self-care plan interactive journal and website. So if you are in need of tools or resources or materials for your group or for you personally, go to the website www.spiritualself-care.com and look on there, find what you need, and be blessed by it. Also, you'll see on the website there is an opportunity for you to purchase the book God Provides, the interactive journal God Provides. You just click on that, it'll take you right to Amazon, or you can just go to Amazon and get the spiritual self-care plan book God Provides. Also, the other one is called Grief and Loss. And we've experienced a lot of that, especially during COVID. Loss of loved ones, loss of jobs. So you can find that interactive journal also at Amazon. So if you're in need of that, go to the website. If you want to contact me, you can contact me at spiritualselfcareplan@gmail.com. Thank you. Also, I'm sorry, I am available for Missionary Roundtree. I am available. That's that A part of fat. Okay. I am available for speaking engagements. If you want me to come and just do a speaking engagement at your church or in a group, I'm available.
Awesome. And while on that note, yes, I have actually purchased, or I have several copies of her book. She is not only a CEO, author, app designer, the list goes on. But the most important, again, as we talked about knowing your value, she has the gift of encouragement. And so I'm going to just jump in and ask you a few questions about your personal journey when it comes to positioning your brand for success. Have you ever, let's just cover the topic of flaws or feeling inadequate or stuck when it comes to launching your brand. Can you explain how fear of success can leave a business in what I call the analyzing phase? Maybe I need to get this right, or I don't have this just right, or I looked over there and I feel like that maybe the market is saturated, or I don't know my passion yet. I'm all over the place. So I call it analysis paralysis again. Or they may say, I don't have the chops to be successful. When all in all along, God has given them a unique talent. Sometimes I've even seen people such anointed with a gifting of communicating or communicating with others. Can you share why it is very essential to have a accountability partner to cheer you, to push you into your purpose? Why is it important to get out of that rut and stop evaluating so much, but get yourself around people who will push you to your passion? Why is that important?
I suffer from analysis paralysis. I just analyze things so much. My husband say, Joyce, stop it. Stop it. You have to move forward. Stop looking at it so much. You're never gonna get it right. You're never gonna be ready if you keep looking at it. And so I suffer from that. And the fear of, if this makes sense, the fear of failure due to success. So I had the fear of failure because I thought, what if this blows up and it's so so fruitful that I can't keep up the pace and then I fail. And so I just had that fear of of failure because it might be successful. And when God is in it, it's going to be successful. Well, let me tell you this: when God is in it, it will be successful, but He has equipped you and prepared you with every single thing you need for the success. And so I had to realize that. And my mentor, Miss Jennifer Carrington, thank you so much for being that for me, asked me, presented me with an opportunity a couple of weeks ago. And now here I thought I was in business, okay? The denial, whatever. I thought I was in, it was an illusion, I guess, because I worked so hard on the website and the journal and all these different things, and I really enjoyed it. It was enjoyable to me. And I actually sat and I worked and worked and worked at it. And so when she presented this opportunity to me, I had to do some paperwork for some things, and I realized you are not in business. And so because of that, that pushed me into activity to say, let me just do this. And I know God called me to this. And so I have repented to God and asked Him to forgive me for the lack of obedience. That's just as plain as simple as it is. I have allowed different things, the low self confidence, that's a flaw. Low self confidence is a flaw. Perfectionism is a flaw. We all have many flaws. We're flawed people because we're human, but God is there to help us through every single thing that we need. And what's so wonderful about God is that He made us and He knows all about us, and He knows what we can do and what we can't do. And the scripture that really one that really helps motivate me is there have no temptation taken you but such as is common to man. But God is faithful, who will not allow you to be tempted above that ye are able, but will with the temptation provide a way of escape that ye may be able to bear it. So, in a nutshell, that means He's not going to put more on you than you can bear. He knows your ability because He made you. So He's not going, that would not even be right. That would be wrong for God to put something on us that we could not handle. He's gifted us and He knows us and He knows what we can do. I hope I answered your question.
Yes, ma'am. You very well did. You very well did. I'd like to ask you another question.
Yes.
How did you identify what your passion was? For example, there's various individuals who have various talents and passions. I think the fear or the flaw may also become, like you mentioned, may come in, like you mentioned earlier, perfectionism, but also comparing.
Yes.
I'm gonna
Yes.
make my own word, comparingism.
All right.
And I
Yeah.
use the analogy with the, and I know all of my clients have heard me say this over and over, the TD Jakes and analogy, where each of those individuals are people who have their own reach, but they're both preachers. There's so many preachers. However, Pastor Osteen has his reach, TD Jakes has his reach. It is so vital for us to be so confident in who God has called us to be, regardless of what kind of brand you're launching. So, case in point, if TD Jakes looks over the fence and says, "Well, I want to have his reach. I want to be like him to the point where I mimic him and I lose myself or I lose my focus." And again, here's the analogy. So, TD Jakes says, what Osteen says. He has a saying that says, "Live your best life now." So I'll just put it in perspective. TD Jakes saying, "Live your best life right now." That's not him.
Not
Or,
him.
or if Pastor Osteen would emulate TD Jakes and says, "Get ready, get ready, get ready." That's not him.
Right.
Allow God to anoint you and for you to walk in your own, take your own journey, because your own story is destined to help someone. I don't have your reach, or I don't have the reach that Evangelist Roundtree has. I have another gentleman online. His name is Elder Paul Roberts. He has a unique gifting and a unique reach. I can't reach them, because that's not the reach that God has called me to reach.
Right.
So again, the analysis paralysis and the comparing ism. I call it comparing. So how
You can write
again?
your own dictionary.
Yeah. Have you ever had, this is my last question for you. I don't want to hold you very long. Have you ever had the necessity to reevaluate during your journey?
Oh, absolutely. I think it's very important to reevaluate because you have to stop and see where you are, stop and see what your progress is. You have to I'll use the word analyze. You have to analyze um, what you've done. Have you set any goals? And that's a main thing. You have to set goals. You have to check yourself. You have to stop and you have to reposition sometimes. You gotta check yourself out. God tells us to take heed to ourselves. He tells us to do that. And so we have to do that if we're going to be successful. We can't just sit back and say, well, I've been in this now for 10 years and, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But we have to stop and analyze and we have to look at it. But we can't overanalyze ourselves into paralysis. But it's extremely important. And I thank God that I have not suffered from what's it called? Comparativism, whatever that was you said, because
Yes,
it, it takes all the energy I have to be me.
yes,
So I have no energy to try to be somebody else. So
yes,
I want to encourage others, just be who you are and let God use you in the gift that he has given you. Don't
yes.
try to be like somebody else because it's going to show. You're going to look fake and it's not going to last. So,
Ooh, that's very the word. It's gonna look fake. Be authentic. Your
yep.
authentic self, and
Yep.
that's value.
Yes.
That's value. And I want to give a special gift and offering to all of those people, our viewing audience who are watching us today. I want to let you know how much I appreciate you all taking out the time to join us. And so, what I would like to do is share my last screen. If you would like to participate in the Position Your Brand for Success, we have that session coming up very soon. Actually, it's going to be coming up on April the 27th. We're going to have our first live session. Typically, we'll have it a virtual session. We're going to come back and do another virtual session. We have a lot of people asking about when are we going to come back. I don't do the replays, so if you're going to do it or participate, I ask that you take it seriously and sign up. Again, you can go to jennifercarrington.com it's going to be events. So jennifercarrington.com /events. I think I'm sharing the wrong screen. So let me share this other screen so you can see it in its full entirety. Bear with me. Again, position yourself for success. It's going to be April the 27th, and it's going to be at Emmanuel Church. I'm going to let you see there's going to be a one-day in-person workshop. I would like to have a one-day in-person session where it's open up to dialogue. Saturday, April the 27th. It's going to be from 10 to 2, 8813 Lockwood Drive, Houston, Texas, from 10 to 2. Go ahead and scan the code. I'm going to also put the link there on inside of the chat. NC.com/events. If you would like to participate in that, bear, let me see, make sure it's there. Okay, I'm gonna show it now. Yeah, it's in there. So I'm gonna put it in the comments as well. Bear with me. .com/events. Okay, and you can reserve your spot now. I'm going to tell you about what we're going to be sharing on that day. You're going to get a lot of wealth of information again on not only the opportunity to dialogue with me, but also you're going to get opportunity to get the journal. We have the Position Your Brand for Success journal. And in that journal, it's you have the opportunity to watch all three of the 3-day challenge and take that journal, and it's you can apply everything in your business. It's a blueprint, so you can apply that to your particular brand and take that 1 hour a day strategy to your business to show you how to automate, how to set up your packages and things like that. But on that day, we're going to take it a step further. Not only will you be able to do those things, but we're going to talk in person. I'm going to go through that Comcast contract. So I have a link on my video on my YouTube channel. And I think that one was with not Amazon, it was with another Verizon, a Verizon grant. How I went through the application for a grant in 20 minutes or less. So we're going to do that. But this time, I'm going to take all of those individuals who sign up. Again, the fee is only $297. However, we do have a special. If you put in TCMJ, you can get a special, but it's not for everybody. Okay. So if you are an author, if you are an expert in your field, if you are a service provider or you're a consultant, I believe this is a great fit for you. You're trying to figure out how to get over the fear, how to get over those hurdles and some of the obstacles that you heard tonight. Please, please, please come and get your all the information that you're going to need. Again, you're going to get the journal. You're going to get my book. It's called the 90-Day Priority Planner, and that's a value of $25. The session is over a value of $699. You're going to get the replay for that and the journal for that. So you and the access to that Comcast grant where you can get your commercial with Comcast. They actually did my commercial for me and they aired it for 9 weeks. I got all of those leads because I was in position for success and I was able to get all of those leads and it took my business to another level. So again, get in position before it's time to get in position. In other words, you don't want to have to rush and say, okay, let me get my stuff together. You want to get ready before it's time to be ready.